Her voice trembled when she asked, "You haven't stopped smiling since that call. What's going on?" I turned toward her, calm, steady, a smile still hanging on my lips like a weapon I'd learned to wield. The house was quiet, too quiet for the kind of truth about to land between us. The evening light cut across her face, sharp as a confession she hadn't yet made. I watched her hands tremble as she pretended to tidy the counter that didn't need tidying. "I'm thrilled," I said cheerfully, the tone almost foreign in my own mouth, "because I just discovered you're carrying his baby, and my lawyer called confirming every single thing I needed to finalize our divorce. Best day ever." She froze. Her eyes went wide, empty like the silence after a gunshot. I walked past her, slow and deliberate, leaving her standing there in the wreckage of her own secrets. But that wasn't the beginning. The beginning was quieter. It started with a heartbeat I couldn't hear, and a smile that didn't belong to me anymore. It was a month earlier when suspicion began to whisper. She'd been distant, distracted, laughing at messages she wouldn't let me see, guarding her phone like it held her soul. At first, I told myself not to feed the paranoia. I wanted to believe her, to believe us. But trust, once cracked, doesn't break loudly. It seeps. I noticed how she lingered in the shower longer than before, humming songs I'd never heard. How her perfume lingered on clothes she hadn't worn around me. And then, one night, I found the pregnancy test, hidden behind a stack of towels. Positive. I stood there in the dim bathroom, staring at that tiny line, feeling the air leave my lungs. We'd been trying for months. And then we stopped. Doctor's advice, she'd said, let's not rush nature. Nature, apparently, had other plans. When she came home that night, I said nothing. I made dinner. We talked about nothing. I smiled where I should smile, laughed where I should laugh, but somewhere behind my eyes, something was already dying. I started small, quiet. Her phone left on the counter once. A few numbers saved under women's names that didn't belong to any woman I knew. A message preview, half a sentence that told me everything. "We'll talk after he's asleep." I didn't react. I couldn't. Emotion was the enemy now. Instead, I made a call to a private lab. DNA testing wasn't just for strangers on TV. It was for men like me who'd learned too late that love could be forged. Weeks passed. I became an actor in my own home. I kissed her goodnight, memorized the rhythm of her breathing, studied her lies in the morning light. Every detail mattered. Every silence had weight. The waiting ate at me, but I refused to let it show. Control was all I had left. When the envelope finally arrived, plain, white, final, I felt nothing. Just the faint echo of what used to be fear. She was in the kitchen when I opened it. The paper trembled slightly between my fingers, but not from emotion, just adrenaline disguised as calm. Not my child. 0% probability. I folded the report neatly, placed it on the table, and walked toward her. "Do you love me?" I asked. Her eyes flickered. First confusion, then panic. "Of course, why?" I handed her the envelope, watched her open it, watched the blood drain from her face as the letters rearranged her world. Silence. Then the first tear. Then the apology she didn't know how to form. I didn't interrupt. I just stood there, detached, the air between us colder than any winter. That's when my phone rang. My lawyer. Right on time. I answered the call in front of her. "Yes, I received the confirmation," I said, eyes locked on hers. "File everything. Full custody clause. Property transfer. The works." She reached for me. Instinct, reflex, desperation. I stepped back. "You haven't stopped smiling since that call. What's going on?" she whispered. And that's when I said it. Word for word. Calm. Precise. I'm thrilled because I just discovered you're carrying his baby, and my lawyer confirmed everything I need to finalize our divorce. Best day ever. Her face shattered quietly. No screams, no pleading, just that empty stare, realizing she'd lost the game she thought she controlled. I didn't look back as I walked away. I sat in my car for a long time after that. No music, no thoughts loud enough to hurt anymore. The smile faded. What remained was peace. Cold, clean, final. People think revenge is fire. It isn't. It's ice. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing truth did the burning for you. I didn't need to destroy her. She'd done that herself. As I started the engine, I looked at the house one last time. It wasn't home anymore, just evidence of everything I'd survived. And when I drove away, I didn't look back. Because closure isn't forgiveness. It's indifference.